you doing? Well, all right. Oh, I cannot eat and talk at the same time. The apple cider stained my teeth. My teeth were like, like brown. I saw the video last night. I'm like, apple cider. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me get a tissue. Oh, it's hot and humid today. I don't know what's going on with the weather. I'm telling you, the weather has gotten loco. Like it says, when the Son of Man come, man shall not know the times from the seasons. Well, it sure feels that way. I do have a class at 3 o'clock. I do have a class at 3 o'clock at the school. It seems like I never have time. Like I run out of time all the time. Ah! Oh well. Fell on the floor and there it will stay. My little wine and my mineral water. I just finished eating lunch. I have KFC. And I have a goal to eat at least 3 more meals. I eat a meal and a half a day because again the tooth situation. So I'm gonna try to see if I can push another meal. Plus I drink the nutriments and ensures and I don't take vitamin supplements. I take them every now and then because vitamin supplements they're not good if you don't eat. The kidney flushes them right out. That's a waste of money and a waste of water. Okay. Okay. How's everybody doing? Yeah, let's see who's here and jump in right away and discuss the second classification of archons. And I looked on the internet to see what I would find about archons. And like I said, there are lots of pictures. They have lots of pictures of them, but not a word is said about them. Nothing is said about them. They give us lots of pictures, lots of illustrations, but nothing else is said about them. So I realized that I'm going to have to be the one to tell you about them. And, oh Lord, what did I tell you? Yeah, you know, for winter, it is like, it's like an Indian summer. It's like an Indian summer. It's hot. The windows are open. This is what I'm talking about. The seasons changing. Man, shall not know the time from the seasons. And we're feeling that. I mean, this is not regular winter. But then again, it's been like that now for a while. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Let me take this out. Say hello. Ooh. Where's Mr. Magoo? Where are you? I'm telling you, I try so hard to get it all together once. This is my bed right here. Yes, I'm looking forward to going back to Houston. But then there's a part of me that doesn't want to because, you know, my altar is here. And I feel so at peace with my altar here. I have to reconstruct another altar in Houston. You know, so it's a lot adjustments. A lot of adjustments. Still go to my residuals and, you know, I still go to my changes. But I guess that's part of, you know, you get to go. Let's see who's here. Who's that? Donnie, how are you? Summer Breeze, hey Summer Breeze. Yatunde Selassie, greetings. Greetings. It's hot in Houston. It's hot here. It's crazy. The weather is weird. That's because they're coming. And the fabric of the fabric of space-time is stretching, and it's causing these waves that are affecting our weather. It's all connected. That's why the Bible says that we won't know the seasons. We won't be able to tell the seasons from each other when the Son of Man cometh. Why should that be happening to our atmosphere? Why should the seasons be changing? Why can't we tell? And scientifically it could be explained. That what could make the seasons change like they are now, or we don't even know if it's fall or winter or spring or summer, they kind of blend. That's because the Earth's wobble. Something is affecting the Earth's wobble, what we call perturbation and eccentricity and obliquity. This is physics and mathematics. And the Earth has a 23.5-degree tilt, and that gives us the seasons. If there's a long stretch of gravitational waves coming from the fabric of space-time heading our way, it's like a pebble or a ball in the water and a wave pushing it out into the sea or into the shore. It moves from its location by seconds of arc. Those seconds eventually add up to minutes, and the minutes eventually will add up to degrees. And when there's a shift, it can actually affect our weather patterns on seasonal changes. Remember, the fabric of life is very delicate, very delicate. Anything can throw it off balance. And we're beginning to see that. Okay, Jenna, Nicole, hey, Fernando, what's going on with all this scamming energy? I just got scammed I have no idea. I have no idea. This is the universe. And no one, I've been putting videos out there. No one should be taking friend requests because we don't do friend requests. We'll take your request, but we don't do friend requests for that reason. And we don't solicit monies for readings. I announce them on the air, and then you call. We don't call you for readings. This is all the scams. And the FBI has been notified. The Instagram has been notified. And I don't know what responsibility Instagram is taking, but I'm doing everything myself to bring this to justice. I'm paying for it myself. The tornadoes destruction, Angelica G. The tornadoes is part of the effects of our weather and the changes of the seasons. Something is causing these abnormal weather patterns, and it's because of the shift happening in the gravitational waves out in space, affecting our atmosphere. Are there parallel versions of us humans, like another Earth or Earth 0.0? Yes, there is. In thought formation, yes. But in actual concrete matter, no. Only this one. Do you think a new version of time will be introduced to us? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm going to go with no. I haven't, because time can always be changed and manipulated. What will be the purpose is the bigger question. Okay. Hello from Milwaukee, Logan Figueroa. Fiji Low. Hi, everybody. Chris, how are you? Patty Espinal. How are you? Olin Mac and Vicky West. Yes, these Archons are something else. Okay, how can I see my Archon? Agena Moon. Only when you are in a state of evolution that you're ready to see them. If you don't see them or hear them, then you're not ready in this lifetime to experience them. Vicky, well, thanks for your thought on the outcome. I don't feel so alone with them now. You have come forward. Oh, of course, I will. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Nicole Robin. You're welcome. Love you very much. Danielle, weight is not bad at all. It's from nature. Nothing from nature is bad. It's how we use it that's bad. That's all. It's how we use it that's bad. How did you think that, Heavy? Alrighty, Figueroa, Heavy, Who else? And yes, great blackness. Thank you. And that's okay, great. The Archons, the other classification of Archons are called the Watchers. Okay. We have another category of Archons. And these Archons are called the Watchers. And these are the ones that are situated in the four corners of the earth, on the east, on the west, on the north, and on the south. They oversee these Archons, just like we have Archons, like I mentioned, that they call them nature spirits, and they oversee the other life forms other than humans here on our planet. These Archons are called group spirits. Again, for the lack of a better term, science uses, or occult science uses the term group spirits. But again, they are not spirits. And spirit can become a very allegorical term. The term spirit over the centuries as a language, as a term, has morphed and evolved to include other things. But the essence of the Creator is present, but no consciousness of ego independence. We call this the indwelling spirit. Humans have an indwelling spirit that governs us from inside. That voice that you hear in your head, that's your inner voice. That's your indwelling spirit. There are other voices, though, that talk to you that you can tell are not from your own inner voice or your own inner indwelling spirit. Okay, so we as humans have an indwelling spirit. The animals and our plants and trees and our minerals and our insects and creepy crawlers, they are governed by a group spirit. Again, quote unquote spirit, because they're not spirit. And these beings live outside the body of the animal or outside the body of the plant or tree. And you know how a herd moves? Have you ever seen it in the African tundra? When the animals migrate in herds? Well, have you ever asked yourself, what's making the herd of animals, whatever it is, if it's elks, if it's bisons, if it's giraffes, or even dinosaurs, who some of them moved in herds, right? How do they know where to go? In National Geographic, they show you herds or stampede of bulls and more earthly, ferocious mammals running across the African tundra or the Russian tundra or the Sahara, or in the wilderness where herds of animals reside and move. And we have animals in the thousands that move in herds or in stampede, like they're going somewhere. And they can go hundreds of miles, even thousands of miles. Well, the same thing with the fishes, the salmons, and other species of marine life that move in herds. What's making them move that way? How do they know where to go? How does the salmon know to swim upstream where he'll die when he gets there after he lays the eggs? How do they know to go that way? How do they know the timing to do that? Because when there's a full moon, the crabs, and they in the thousands, move across, like even in the roads, cars can step on them and kill them. Thousands of crabs moving across the roads, the street, going into the ocean, because that's where they were born. by the parents that preceded them. So they go back to the original place where they were born to procreate and then die. How do they know how to do that? How do they know where to go? How do they have that memory to go for the damn fucking cracker with somewhere fucking Timbuktu? But the bitch is gonna go way back to the tropics where she was born and may procreate and die. Do they have an internal clock? They don't have an indwelling spirit. How do they know? And these are the mysteries of nature that's closed to humans. And the reality is that there's a group spirit that governs these herds and these animals as they migrate. It's an entity, it's an archon, another nature spirit, quote unquote. And it governs the animals from outside. Animals and insects don't have an indwelling spirit. Neither do archons. They are inorganic beings. Another word for that is parasites. They're parasites. And they need to feed off another entity for them to survive. And that feeding of that entity becomes the host. So as humans, we are the host to these archons, whether we know it or not, whether voluntarily or not, because we don't see them, we hear them, but we think that the voices that we hear are our own, and they're not. And of course, the church did not do any good in educating us about that. So understand that that's another category. You have archons that oversee nature as far as the different kingdoms and the movement and how they behave on the planet. Okay, the birds which fly in formation and in herds, and the way they fly like V-shape, they have a certain, how do they do that? How do they know how to do that? Yes, we do know that the birds and the fowls, they follow the electromagnetic wave of our Earth as a compass to move across the air, north, south, east, and west. But understand that there is a group spirit that governs the east, and there's a group spirit that governs the west, and there's a group spirit that governs the north, and there's a group spirit that governs the south. The church calls them seraphims or cherubs or archangel, like Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Ariel, Raphael. These are the ones that stand in the four corners of the earth and protect the earth from asteroids, meteoroids, and foreign invasion from other star beings. Yes. And they are called the fixity cross. This is why in the book of Revelation they talk about the eagle, the lion, the man, and the serpent, the fixed signs of the zodiac. And in Revelation, when God decides to destroy the earth and the solar system, in Revelation, the first people that are consulted are this cherubim that the Bible talks about, the fixed signs. They're the ones that gave form to our solar system. It is these archons that have given permission to destabilize the solar system and cause the solar system to be destroyed by the cardinal and the mutable signs. If you really want to understand. The royal court of the heavens is what the book of Revelation is talking to you about, how they came into the council and they're deciding the fate of our solar system. And that's when they said, okay, now release the 7 seals, the 7 trumpets, the 7 candlesticks, and the 7 sigils. These are the gods given permission to destroy the solar system and the earth and everything and everyone in it. This has happened before in our solar system's history. The thing is that it is not discussed or taught in conventional or traditional school, except for the Ivy Leagues, which of course Ivy Leagues were designed only for the wealthy and powerful and for the 13 families that run the planet and their bloodlines and descendants. And in these universities, they teach you the truth about those things. Columbia does, and that's where I got it. So understand that these are truths that have been kept from in academia, have been kept from the masses, and also in the clergy. The church has also kept this away from the population. It's fierce. So this is what I'm unraveling. I know it's going to be, what time is it? It's 21. So that's one classification. Another, the classification is the nature spirits. The second classification is the same nature spirits, but above. Just like we have those that protect life on the earth, we have archons that protect the globe, the actual planet, and the other planets from invasions from other beings from other solar systems. And also anomalies like asteroids, meteors. Jupiter, the size of Jupiter alone is purposely that way because the centrifugal force of Jupiter ricochets asteroids that may be heading to Earth and ricochets out of the way. So Jupiter and larger planets act as defense mechanism to protect our planet from solar system, from asteroids, meteors, and things like that. And then the cherubs or the archangels, like the Bible talks about, these are higher level archons that are there to protect the earth. When in the book of Revelation, it talks about, and the angel opened the doors of the east wind, and the angel opened the door of the west wing. And when they open the door, they're allowing destruction to come to the earth in our solar system to destroy it and to reshuffle it. And the black hole would also play a big role in the destruction of our solar system. That's why the black hole is there. These are detonators. Just like on Earth we have detonators, in space we have detonators. And the black hole is such a detonator. So these are guideposts. And all, like a beehive, all archons in structured order, information, and classification are there to protect the earth, but also destroy it when the time comes. So that's another classification of archons. Remember, the word archon means rulers. I showed you our Milky Way galaxy, right? I showed you that. And I showed you last night that we are a speck in the grand scheme of things. I mentioned that we are down here. Well, where's it? We are down here. My finger, down here. I don't know if you can see me. Huh? Down here. There we are. That's in the where the circle is. So, and it's such an insignificant place to be. But all these stars are individual solar systems with their own planets and their own beings that live there. So we have trillions and trillions. Do you know how many stars are in the Milky Way? And then the next one is Andromeda, our next galaxy. And it's heading our way. There's going to be a collision between the Milky Way and Andromeda. They're heading that way and they're going to collide. That'll happen in millions of years from now, of course. But these things move, and they're moving our direction. But that's not going to cause no cataclysm, not now. And what's coming is not a major accomplishment either. Now, that's not going to happen now. The epoch has not ended, just the age. Okay? So there's a lot of life forms here. It's overwhelming. So God knows what is out there and how that's going to affect us, influence us. And it seems like this is a cycle of life and death that occurs every so 100 million years, which is what I call the periods. And then you have the epochs. And then you have the eras. And then you have the ages. You know, and properly broken down and measured, we can pretty much deduct what has been happening in a chronological sense of time. But man sometimes purposely manipulates time. I talked about that before. To tell his side of the view or to effectuate a particular agenda. Okay? Guys, thank you very much. It's 25 minutes I can give. I got to run the class. I will be back to do part 4 and talk about another classification of alcohol. Thank you. Please donate, please give, call for a reading or a birth chart. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, you know, blah, 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 blah. All right.